spring, summer, or September, it is always Shereé Whitfield season, and we are so happy to chat with you, Shereé, because the drama on Atlanta, it's hot, it's spicy, and you're kind of involved.
Am I involved? I'm a little bit involved, yes.
You are a little bit involved. What has it been like watching this season play back? We're off to the races.
We started out with a bang.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get a chance to catch my breath. I went right into the lion's den. So I wasn't expecting that. But watching it back, I mean, I think it's a pretty freaking good season thus far. And it only gets better.
It's so good. Well, it gets better, I think, because you were hopeful at the end of the last episode. It was like, we're all going to be friends in Atlanta now, guys. Mm-hmm. We're all going to be friends. Are we all friends?
Well, what day are we talking about?
Today. How are we all feeling with everybody today?
Today, not yet. Not yet. But I'm making my mission this season to try to get the girls together to kind of let go of some of the old beefs and, the things that they, maybe not liked about something somebody said. I make it my mission to try to get these girls together.
Do you feel like you're done with old beef because you have some new hot and heavy love lifting you up?
Well, you know what? I am enjoying soft life right now. That may help a little bit, but also I'm just kind of, I've learned to pick my battles. I've learned to pick my battles, so they don't really get up under my skin. I'm having fun.
I
don't have any beefs.
No beefs. Okay. Well, and I love that things seem to be okay between you and Kenya, despite the ruckus that was caused at the start of the season. How did you and Kenya ultimately move past that with the whole situation with Martell?
We agreed to disagree. She thought he was wrong. I thought she was wrong. They were both wrong. But, I felt like we both felt like we were ambushed. I had no idea that Kenya felt the way she did, or she had this 2-year-old DM that she's going to make into something like, oh, he tried to talk to me because he said, thank you for your kind words when you were on the Carlos King show. I mean, like, really? Really? If I was that presumptuous and everyone who sent me a DM, like, oh my gosh, they're trying to get into my panties. I mean, like, really? Yeah. I get a lot of DMs. And if they're just saying something kind, she's like, that's how it starts. So she and I had a conversation, and we kind of, because we've been on a good path, and I really, really like Kenya after she hit Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah.
I think Brooklyn really softened her.
You can even see on scenes like her with Brooklyn interacting that some of the most precious, it's just so adorable, the love that she obviously has for her daughter. And like that Brooklyn, like she's growing into her own little like girl now.
When I tell you Brooklyn she's such a precious little girl. She's so sweet. How can you be mean around? How can you be a mean mom with that baby? You can't.
Well, speaking of babies,
well, I guess you can.
Well, speaking of babies, congrats on becoming a grandma, Shereé. How is grandma life? It's crazy how I can't believe you're like the hottest grandma on the planet. Yeah. Like, I can't believe you're a grandma.
You know what? It's been amazing. She's so precious. She's a great baby. She hardly cries. She's grown. I mean, just watching her. She'll be a year next month, and just watching the steps and how fast she's growing. I want to be there for every single moment of her life. And it's been a blessing.
How is Cairo as a dad? Because the whole Bravo fandom has been thinking Cairo is a zaddy, and now he's a daddy.
Actually, yes.
Yes. You know what? I think he pissed off a lot of people on social media.
Because everyone was like lining up to have his baby.
Yeah. The young, the old. I mean, the young, the old. It was, you name it. But watching now this is gonna make me tear up. Watching Cairo become a dad, or be a dad, and be so hands-on, and just watching him with his daughter and knowing how much he loves her, it just means so much to me. Like I feel like, of course, it's always important to, try to raise your kids. Everybody parents differently, but I feel like I did something great with Cairo and my kids. Yeah. And he exudes the love and the care that, Mecca needs. And it's amazing watching it.
And I feel so many people obviously say that becoming a parent changes their life and perspective on things. Now becoming a grandparent, do you look at anything differently? Do you kind of like, has it like organized things in your mind with like relationships or anything?
Um, yeah, I mean, Mecca has definitely brought, my family was already close, but Mecca's definitely brought a bond, a special bond with me and my family. I didn't think we could get any closer.
Yeah.
But the love of a grandbaby, when I tell you, I find myself throughout the day, if I'm feeling something or I may, kind of drift off and maybe go into something not so positive, or I don't know, I go back and I look at Mecca's videos, and that instantly puts me in a good mood and puts a smile on my face.
And I love that you have so much like love, like from your family, and it's growing. You're having your fun. You're having your fun. You're having your love. It seems like you're in such a good place. And while at the same time, some of your co-stars are going through it in not great ways, how are you able to, do you kind of feel like now you're like, because you said you're trying to be no beef with anybody. Are you trying to like get anybody out of a rut or get them kind of to feel themselves a little bit?
I want everyone to be happy. I want everybody to get along, but I know that's not always going to happen. But I want people to feel, the love. And, if they need anything, I'm always there for any of these ladies. I'm there for these, for any of them, even though they may not, think that, but I genuinely want everybody to be happy. And I know sometimes, even right now, everybody's not in a good place, or they may be going through some things, but I just wish them the best.
You have had your ups and downs with Kandi. As you're watching this season, what is your reaction to the issues that seem to be coming up in her marriage with Todd? Do you have any thoughts, feelings, opinions about that?
With Mama Joyce?
Yeah, Mama Joyce, Todd, and then Todd kind of feeling like Kandi's aspirations are eclipsing his own. There's a lot going on in the Tucker household.
Okay, yeah, I probably have to go back and watch. I think that's when I usually take my bathroom break or go get popcorn.
Oh, Shereé.
What?
Kandi scenes a bathroom break?
Kandi's a candy break.
Yeah. I just feel like we've seen it. We've seen, what's going on with Mama Joyce for a long time. I hate that, that Todd is feeling away. I do know that, in a relationship is give and take, and you have to be able to pour into him just as he pours into you. But sometimes that may be difficult for some people to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not just one direction. It's not one way. You have to be able to, it's give and take in a relationship. So hopefully, they figure that out.
And it also, we've talked to some of your other co-stars, and they were kind of feeling that Kandi seems really activated and hot-headed this season in particular. Do you think the drama at home is a factor to that? Do you think she's dealing with a lot with Todd and Mama Joyce, et cetera, so she's just like has no time for anybody?
I think that could definitely be a part of the reason why she's so activated this season. And then, she was on tour with her group as well. And then I heard it was a lot of drama over there. But yeah, but at the same time, you still have to be able to, this is a ensemble an ensemble cast, meaning we all have to give 1,000% if we want this show to continue to be successful. We can't not only talk about our issues, everyone needs to be able to be completely open and transparent with everything that's going on in their lives as well. And I don't feel like, with Kandi that, she does that. And so maybe bringing up some of the issues that she may not want to talk about has also caused her to be so this season.
Well, I'm excited about this season because it looks like we're going to get some appearances from OGs like Cynthia, Kim Zolciak. I love that the girls are getting back in the mix, especially Kim. I'm interested to see what she brings to the show, especially as her marriage is unraveling in the press and in the public eye. Shereé, what is your reaction to Kim and Kroy breaking up?
I mean, I didn't see it coming. I absolutely did not see it coming. I imagined Kim and Croy old and grandkids and never breaking up. I don't think anyone saw that coming. They just seemed like the perfect couple. So I have talked to her, and I know she's going through it. It's a tough time, especially with it so much, and being public. It's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard. And I don't know.
What
I'm
has
sorry.
she said to you in your conversations post breakup?
It's a lot. It's difficult. That she's dealing with a lot. She has a kid. She has a lot of kids, and just really trying to be strong for the kids. But at the same time, you're going through so much, and I was there with her.
And
I've done it before, and it's
it's
not
so,
fun, and it's not easy.
and it's so hard too that because it's like you were saying, I think this shocks so many people because they just seem so in love and they loved so well. But then
Mhm.
it's that thing where the emotions run so high, it seems like because now every day there's like a new thing that someone's doing online or XYZ. It seems like it's getting a little bit more messy than I would assume they would want it to get too.
Yeah, and I hate that part. I hate that. And I told her this too, and somebody told me this a long time ago, and I realized it, once going through my divorce, that the person that you marry sometimes can be a totally different person than the person you divorce. And I hope they do not. I just want it to stop. I want them to, deal with whatever they have to deal with more privately, because it can get really, really messy. And I've heard it's already getting kind of messy. And I
Yeah.
hate
Do you think this is the right time for Kim to possibly snatch that peach back? I'm ready for her to come back to the Housewives full time.
Me too. Me too. Did you call Andy?
Let's get him on the Zoom right now.
Let's get him on the Zoom. Let's get him on the Zoom. We all know Kim Zolciak is good TV.
What did she bring to season 15 when she was in front of the cameras? Like, what can you tease about her appearance?
Well, we always have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to, I can't say too much, but yeah, you'll see fun Kim. You'll see fun Kim.
Okay. Love that. Love fun Kim. Now, are you thinking about anyone you might set her up with? Like, are we already getting the wheels turning?
No, I think she needs to deal with, this is hard. I think she needs to deal with what she has in front of her right now.
Yeah.
And
I mean, as someone who has navigated a public divorce, what is like your best piece of advice for her moving forward?
I would say moving forward I would say to try to be a little more private. I'm not, first of all, I'm not huge on social media as far as like putting my personal, like, oh, well, this happened or this happened, and today in our relationship, I'm just not that person. And I think if you continue to do those things, of course, everybody wants to be involved. And then there's no point you can say, okay, well, this is a private matter. If you want to be private, you don't want everything out there. I think that they both should stay off social media reporting, what's going on in their household.
And I know, because it's even like the second the news broke, Croy changed his Instagram bio, like my ring meant a thing. So kind of leaning all into that. And I know obviously you're closer to Kim than Croy, but if you saw Croy, or if you could tell him anything, what would be your advice, your warning, just anything you want to say to him if you like ran into him in the street?
I don't want to believe that they're, just because you file, because we all saw or thought we saw the love that they had for each other. That doesn't mean that it's over. I don't know if they've had counseling. I don't know, how far they've gone, but I don't know. I just don't want to see it over for them too.
Oh, so you think and are maybe wishing for a reconciliation, like maybe they can work through this?
I think sometimes you can work through it. Yeah. I don't know if they've gone through counseling or, where they are in that, but I don't know.
And it also, because like you said, unfortunately, so much of it is becoming public. They seem just like, as a couple before this came out, there was a lot of stressors going on, just like financial stuff being talked about, everything. It might just be like, they might just need, like, do you think like maybe that was more of a, like if they just were able to like clean slate it, it could be a little better start for them?
if they can clean slate it, I think it's a possibility. I think it's a possibility. Yeah.
Well, back to you and your love life, Shereé. We were talking a little bit about Martell. You said you're leaning into the soft life. What is the current status of you and Martell? Are we still, launching the OnlyFans? Like, what's going on?
Possibly. Martell,
We're your first 2 subscribers.
Yeah. I need to hurry this get it launched. Martell and I are still good. We're good friends. We're good friends. We enjoy each other. We enjoy hanging out. And I'm just having a good time, and I'm taking things slow. You guys saw me last season with, that catastrophe. So I know that I'm the prize, that I'm, a great catch. So I'm just not going to settle. So I'm out here just trying to do what I can do.
And I feel we speak for all of the fans when we're just so happy that to watch you be so happy and just like enjoying yourself and prioritizing instead of being like, what should I be doing for someone? You're just like, what do I want right now? And that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm doing me.
Before we let you go,
you guys haven't seen me. So when you see me with Martell, you see me laughing, having a good time, because we have a great time together. And that feels good for me to be able to share that with you guys, that I am open to, dating and being in a relationship if I choose to. Because before, you saw me going through divorce, so depressed about that. And then you saw me dating someone who was locked up. I couldn't see them. And then when I got out, how ugly it got. But just to be happy and doing me, right. I love it. And I'm happy to be able to share that with everybody.
It is a wonderful juxtaposition. Like from last season, you sitting alone at the table talking about, I look dumb as cut to you having the time of your life with Martell, who was hotter than hot, and you're just thriving. It's nice. I love this journey for you.
Yeah. I mean, that's not, we're here today. I'm dating, I'm having a good time, and I'm trying to figure it out.
Would you want to get married again?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
So we're looking for a king for Chateau Shereé.
No, that king has to buy me another Chateau Shereé.
Oh, okay.
That is how it's done. Yes, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how is She by Shereé going? Give us the update, because that last season it was just the fashion show, the shutting down the internet. It was a lot. So how's the business going?
It's going really good. You'll see me working with She by Shereé, trying to build a team, expanding the brand. I have baby now, and we're working on baby to expand, bring in new products. I have a lot of, a big vision for She by Shereé. I have a lot of dreams, and they seem to be coming through, and I'm so happy for all the fans and the support they've been giving me.
And I'm sure it feels
a
nice.
Long time coming, so I'm super duper happy that it's finally here.
And to some of your
I want to tell people not to give up. If you have a dream, it's not always on your time, but don't give up. Don't give up.
I love that.
What do you think of Drew Sidora's singing dreams?
You know what? I think she should pursue it. I actually, we didn't, what we heard, like 10 seconds or whatever, but the 10 seconds we heard, she had a nice voice.
She does have a nice voice. How are things with Drew? Do you see like a strong future for the two of you?
For the two, possibly. You saw us make up.
Yeah.
This last episode. I like her a little bit.
And is she a different person without Ralph? Like, what have the interactions and conversations been like since they split up?
So she and I got off to a rocky start, of course, last season. Yeah. This season, we kind of, both agreed to, move forward, and that was good. So when all this happens with Ralph, I mean, throughout the entire season, we're seeing them. They're looking happy. They're looking, like a couple. And so it shocked all of us that, as soon as we stopped taping, that they, both ran to the courthouse to file for divorce. But since then, I've had conversations with her, and, it's a lot. Divorce is not fun. she's dealing with it. I think they, they're doing the best they can, especially for their family, their kids, and trying to keep the peace.
Yeah. It's so crazy how this kind of seems to be a trend. Like the season wrapped and then they split up. And then the same thing happened with Shannon Beador and her man on Orange County. And it's like, what is it with these relationships crumbling right after the camera's cut? I want to see it on camera.
I know.
Well, do you feel it was almost they were trying to like make it, they were almost like to each other, like, we can make this work. And then once there was just silence, they were like, it's done.
Yeah. And, sometimes people, they try to put on, a good front. Mm-hmm. And maybe they're trying to work through it. And then they just realize it's not going to work.
Because it's almost interesting because, like you were saying, like last season with them, we really got into how hard their relationship was. Mm-hmm. And then suddenly this season, she's like, we're Jay-Z and Beyonce. Mm-hmm. Everything's all good. And I was like, when did I miss an episode?
Did we miss something? Yeah. No, I don't know. I just think that, sometimes you can only, I don't want to say that. Okay. Yeah. I wish him the best.
What were you going to say? Say it. We're listening.
I wish him the best.
Say by Shereé. Would you want Drew to sing at your wedding?
No.
Oh, why not?
At my wedding, I would want Anita Baker, Mariah Carey. Come on.
That's true. Yeah.
Maybe she could open for Mariah Carey at your wedding.
I don't know if Mariah would want
maybe at the bachelorette party or something. I don't know.
Look how far we've come. You inviting Drew to sing at your bachelorette party.
Well, I didn't actually invite her. We're just talking that me being nice, saying, okay, because you guys are forcing this on me, but she could possibly be invited to the bachelorette party do they sing it? They don't even sing. So I guess that wouldn't happen either.
I feel she would just sing at your bachelorette party.
Yeah.
She's trying to be one of those people where it's like at a dinner table and she's just like, should I just break out in song? And everyone's like, no. And then she's already at the chorus.
Yeah, I feel that too. There you go.
But I love that you and Drew are doing better, and it seems like there is a solid friendship developing. How does that impact your current friendship with Marlo? Because they are not doing so great. And you and Marlo are cool.
Yeah, me and Marlo are cool. That's the thing with me. I don't pick a side. I'm not mad at someone because someone else is mad at them. I'm mad at someone because they did something to me personally. So I don't play those games. I'm a grown ass woman. I'm not gonna not talk to somebody because you don't talk to them. So whoever I'm talking to, I can care less who has a problem with.
A lot has been said about Marlo's behavior this season. What do you make of the way she has moved through this season? I know Kenya retweeted some very strongly worded fan opinions. So I want to know what Shereé thinks about Marlo Hampton, her second season as a peach holder.
Okay, so this is a tough season for Marlo. I believe that, but at the same time, I believe that Marlo is Marlo. You guys have watched her since what? She was on and off since season 4.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So I think the expectations of the fans wanting her to have a peach, she's being the same person that she's always been. I don't know if they thought she would change because she's holding a peach. But Marlo has always spoken her mind.
Yeah, and we love her for that.
And I also feel she holds nothing back about her thoughts on people, or also about her personal life. She's really vulnerable in a lot of scenes too, it seems.
Yeah. We're just seeing her personal life last season, but the times when she was on before as a friend, we weren't seeing that. But so now she's giving you personal life, but she's also still being Marlo. She's still being authentic to herself, where she doesn't hold anything back. Do I agree with everything that she does? Absolutely, I do not. Wait, you guys do not edit that. I absolutely do not agree with everything that Marlo says or does. Some things I do agree with her though.
Right. Okay, so one thing you probably didn't agree with her was the banging on Kenya's door. And you you were like a polite knock, and then it looked like maybe there was a leg movement. Like what happened?
Now I am grown as hell. Listen, that is something I probably did in my teens where you knock and run.
Yeah.
No, I was actually mimicking Marlo. I never kicked that door. I never banged on that door. Absolutely. And not one girl that was right there can tell you that I did that. That did not happen.
That
When
trip.
Kenya emerged in full force, I like a shiver went down my spine. I would not ever dare to bang on Kenya's hotel room door. Like, oh my God.
Mordor? No.
Don't do it.
Don't go to the Mordor.
Don't do it.
But I was laughing at that trip. Of course, it's awful how it ended with Kenya having to go to the hospital, but then all of you just being like, why are we here? And just in the lobby, like, what are we doing in Alabama?
Why did we remove ourselves from our homes, get in a van, drive for hours to Alabama, get kicked out of a party, come back to the hotel? We were not served dinner. I mean, usually when we do these trips as a group, we have the person who's hosting the trip has everything planned. Or, we have things for people to do. We're like, okay, we'll do dinner. We got kicked out of the party that was supposed to be so upscale that wasn't upscale. We come back to the room and she's like, all right, bye. And we still don't know why we're here. We left our families, we left our friends, we left our work to come to support Kenya.
I hope that Portugal was a better experience.
Yes.
Was it?
Portugal, you're going to get a little of everything. I think it's like a roller coaster. It's more than a roller coaster. You're going to feel actually the whole season. I think we get every emotion, at least out of me, and I think out of each girl.
Well, Sonia was telling us that in Portugal, some sort of explosive confrontation occurs. We don't know who it happens between, but Danny and I are on the edge of our seats. Do you have any insight or intel that you would like to share, Shereé?
I can't share too much, but yeah, you definitely have some explosive moments in Portugal.
Well, we cannot wait
Definitely.
to see that happen. And we might have to have you back to unpack Portugal with us, just to let you know.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I need to be back to unpack that. It was a lot.
Okay, noted. Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah. All right, Shereé, thank you so much. It was such a joy to catch up with you. We love you so much.
I'm so happy that you're feeling great. You have love, and we all want you to have the world and more.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I love that.